Hi, welcome back. We're reading through the Bible, and right now we're in the Old Testament in the book of Proverbs. We are reading Proverbs chapter 10 today, which is full of wise sayings of Solomon. I don't know if you got one of these study Bibles yet. The John MacArthur Study Bible is an excellent one. It says here that this large section contains 375 of Solomon's individual proverbs. They're in no apparent order, only with occasional grouping by subject, and are often without a context to qualify their application. However, remember, Solomon was so very wise, so I think we should pay attention. So, I am going to read from this Bible, which is a New King James. It is not a study Bible. The font is bigger, guys. This is why I use this one usually. But the study Bible is amazing if I want to dig into a word study or find out what exactly is going on here, because I do not know it all, not by any stretch of imagination. Okay, let's get started. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. Whew, that's heavy right out of the gate, right? Verse 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. I feel like you should pause a lot in the Proverbs. It's not just words. It's not just sayings. This is godly wisdom. So treasures of wickedness profit nothing. And that's true. But righteousness delivers from death. Also true. Verse 3. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish. The soul to famish. He casts away the desire of the wicked. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Now remember, in the winter months, they didn't have as much food, so they had to gather during the summer to prepare for the winter. So it's wise to plan ahead. Verse 6. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart will receive commands, but a prating fool will fall. Verse 9. He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. Integrity is doing the right thing even when you think nobody's watching, right? Like there's this etiquette book that I used to read to my kids, and to explain to them integrity, it's like when you have the opportunity to do the wrong thing, but you do the right thing, even if nobody's watching, even if you don't think you'll be found out. The Lord knows, but you get the point. Verse 10. He who winks with the eye causes trouble, but a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. I would highlight that. That's verse 12. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. I think that's a beautiful one. However, some people might abuse that, and love covers all sins doesn't mean we could do what we want. It just says like God's love is redemptive and it covers all sins. There's a difference, but a beautiful one. So look it up. See what you think for yourself. Okay, verse 13. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Wise people store up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous leads to life. The wages of the wicked to sin. He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses correction goes astray. Verse 18, whoever hides hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. Gosh, that makes me think of so many news outlets or just how people handle themselves on social media. Whoever spreads slander is a fool. Verse 19, in the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. There's a phrase, if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all. I mean, all analogies break down at some point, but if you restrain your lips, you're being wise. You still have to talk through your problems, but there's a point here. Verse 20, the tongue of righteous is choice silver. The heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Verse 23, to do evil is like sport to a fool. True. But a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. Verse 26, as vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy man to those who send him. Vinegar on your teeth? Have you done that? And smoke to your eyes? That's a lazy man to those who send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. Are you noticing the contrast? Like these are pretty much polar opposites, so that we can know right from wrong. And that's not just for correcting children, it's for your own heart, which is where we should always start with our own sin and our own sin nature. Verse 30, the righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked, what is perverse. And that is Proverbs chapter 10. That one was a little bit longer than 9. How did you do? I think that would take you 5 to 7 minutes to read through. Let me know which verses stood out the most to you. Did you highlight any of them? And did you read it out loud? I hope you did. And I will see you tomorrow for chapter 11.